Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. So today we're going to be doing our weekly or weekly-ish guidance reading. So I just do them whenever I can, obviously. What do you need to know this week? This is predictions and guidance for the week of November 28th, 2022. So it usually is, give or take, maybe like 7 days. Sometimes it's, like more or less, but we're going to get into the guidance right here, and I will show you each of the groups. Please remember it's a general reading, and if you would like a personal reading, the info is in the description, in addition to the Facebook group if anybody's interested to join our spiritual supportive community there. So it's also below in the description. And thank you so much for those of you who have joined and supported. So I'm going to show you each one of the groups. Group number 1, and the timestamps are also below. Group number 1 is orange calcite. Group number 2 is the blue calcite. Group number 3 is amethyst. And group number 4 is labradorite. Okay. So yes, just take as much time as you need. If none of them are calling to you, then maybe it's not the right time to watch, or maybe not the right video to watch, but just go with your gut intuition. And whenever you are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 1, which is the orange calcite. Okay, so let's get into the guidance. Spirit, this is for group 1, our orange calcite group. What do they need to know this week, please? Please provide us clear guided messages for group number 1. Thank you. Spirit, for group 1, please. Group 1, what do they need to know this week? What do they need to know this week? Thank you. What is in their highest good to know this week? If any of you happen to have anxiety, this crystal might be helpful. I mean, you can use a lot of different stones for anxiety, but this is one of the stones that I was drawn to, and I was holding it, and I was like, oh, it has a very soothing effect, I noticed. Spirit, for group number 1 this week, what do they need to know? I do kind of feel like some of you are waiting on something, as if there has to be something resolved, put to balance, put to some kind of rest this week. Okay, so only 3 cards so far. We have the moon, which I noticed first in the center here. Then we have over here the 2 of Pentacles, and then the first card, well, landing in the first position, is the Fool. Okay, so I do think that regardless of what the answer is for whatever it was you were waiting for, I think that the result is going to be very positive for you. I think that, again, regardless of the situation, I think that you're going to soon, this week, be experiencing some kind of a new beginning, a fresh start, an uplifting energy of some kind, sort of like a lifting of your mood and your whole vibe, your whole energy. They're telling me that this is going to happen on day 3. I don't know if they mean the 3rd day of the week or the 3rd day from when you're watching this, but they just said day 3, so we'll use that. And I think that for the most part, you're still, this week, you may still end up waiting to get this answer or this information. When I get more cards, I'll see if by the 7th or 8th day, if this will be resolved. But again, regardless, you're going to have a good outcome energetically, internally, and probably even in more ways. Spirit, can you tell us more for group number 1? What do they need to know this week? I feel like there's some kind of, okay, this is a random message, very random, but with this moon card here, I feel like there is some kind of almost underground communication coming through to you, which could mean it was either telepathic through dreams or some kind of psychic energy. Because I saw the two animals here. One of them was whispering to the other one, like really covertly. I don't know. That's kind of cool. That's a really cool message. Definitely unique. Haven't heard that before. So be on the lookout for some kind of communication this week that is not either obvious or conscious even. Okay. It could be just from anybody that you're psychically connected to. Spirit, what do they need to know? Please, group 1 this week, orange calcite. Okay, very interesting. So, a couple of feminine cards here. You have the Empress with the Page of Swords. Then you have the Queen of Pentacles, as well as the Queen of Swords. And then you have the Knight of Cups. So this is a good energy. This is a good outcome. Spirit is not quite revealing the entire thing, which I think is like a little bit of a suspenseful energy here. But I can see that... Interesting. They're telling me that with this Empress up here, something about that your higher self, out of all things, your higher self is receiving the answer first. So what that could mean for you in your everyday life is that your intuition will know what the answer is before you consciously know what it is. So what you could do as well is if you are meditating, you can actually channel your higher self to ask for an answer for whatever it was that you were waiting for. Now, with this Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and then the Knight of Cups, I think that this is just, again, a really good energy for you moving forward. It shows that you're moving forward in a smooth kind of way. You're grounded, you're clear of mind. There's like a logical energy here as well. Very practical and logical. And the Knight of Cups is adding the element of intuition. So you're just kind of smoothly going forward. It's a good energy. But again, you may have to still sort of wait a little bit for some answers here. Can you tell us more of what they need to know this week? Yeah, your reading was really centering on this thing in the middle. And I don't know what it is, but by now you should already know what this is, that you were either waiting for something to settle, or right now... It's either today as you're watching, or very recently you were feeling quite imbalanced, especially emotionally, because of the situation. Okay, so you have the 10 of Pentacles and then you have the 4 of Pentacles. Kind of an interesting combo there. That could mean a lot of things. It kind of does feel to me as if there's some kind of a holdup here. It feels like there is a stuckness. Okay, only for this week though, Spirit. What are these two cards talking about? Only for this week, please. We have the Star and the 9 of Pentacles. I think with the Star card and the 9 of Pentacles, I am feeling a very strong wish and desire coming from you. Maybe you've been doing a lot of wishing, manifesting, praying, healing, any of these things. And what they are telling me is that you are going to succeed, you are going to heal or gain some kind of prosperity and positive energy. However, the 4 of Pentacles being here, it could just simply mean that it's going to take a little bit of time beyond this week. Is that the case, Spirit? Or what else do they need to know about these messages? You have the 2, yeah, that's exactly what they're saying. So group 1, the biggest message here is that you have to have a little bit more patience to see either the results in a way that you want to see them, or to experience this particular type of either healing or wish fulfillment. So yes, it's going to happen, but it's going to happen just slightly out of the week range that we're looking at. So it is still going to happen very soon. Let me get a couple more cards. Okay, Spirit, what else do they need to know for this week? What will help them? What advice do you have for them for this week? Anything? Okay, so we have here the Page of Pentacles, and then we also have the Judgment card. So I think it's a mixture of saying, okay, I did see the Eight of Swords on the bottom earlier, so I'm going to include that in this. So with the Page of Pentacles, it is, to me, the obvious message that they want you to remain optimistic or positive. I feel like that's something they kind of say to you probably a lot, okay? With this Judgment card here, they are confirming that they're actively helping you through either this situation or in general, and that they want you to continue to trust them and to allow them to move things behind the scenes. The reason they're telling you this is because I think that a lot of the time they are providing you 5D help, and it may look like they're not doing anything, but they're doing a lot. That's what they wanted you to know with this. So that's, again, why you have to trust them and just allow them to do their work. You will see the results in a way that you want to very soon. And then here with the Star card, again, it's like, you know, stay hopeful, stay optimistic, and just really be careful with that Eight of Swords, because the Eight of Swords is the tendency to, I guess, like, kind of think of the worst case scenario or limit yourself through any kind of negative thinking. So just be aware. Be aware of that. Spirit, is there anything else in their 3D that's coming towards them this week that they have to know about, that they need to have advice for? Okay, so we have the Ten of Pentacles again, and then we also have the World, okay? But we also have the Nine of Wands. I think this is saying this week you do have an opportunity for at least one thing. Some of you, it's multiple areas of your life where you can finish a task that you have been working really hard on, and you can also finish a cycle too. So either this is something that you've been working on with regard to your success, your path, your self, whatever it is. It could be work, obviously, too, with the Ten of Pentacles. But whatever it is, again, you have the opportunity, that, in particular this week, to take action towards it, to make some kind of progress towards this. But you do have to take action. You do have to set something into motion, so don't be afraid to do that. If you find that hard to do, you may want to use some kind of writing or checklist or post-it notes or something where you can really push yourself, because if you don't, it's going to be easy to let this slide and to like procrastinate and stuff like that, so be careful. Speaking of, we have the Nine of Wands here. This Nine of Wands to me is representing a pattern of struggle or frustration when it comes to getting things done, finding your success. What else? It was completing cycles that you wanted to complete. It could be a difficult pattern, okay? So again, you want to step outside of, I guess, your mindset and do something practical to push yourself. So I don't even want to suggest like writing it down in a planner or using post-its, because sometimes even that doesn't really do anything. So what I would instead recommend is to visualize yourself succeeding and reminding yourself of the positive reasons of why you're doing this to begin with, because that should help to internally motivate you. But again, the opportunity for this week, it is here. So your guides are kind of telling you to take the opportunity, to kind of just like take the advantage or take advantage of it. Okay, what else? Any final messages for this week? What do they need to know? Group number 1. Whoops, sorry. With regard to something that was upsetting you, like something that was really stressing you out in the past couple of days, you're going to have a lot of answers with this. And that comes back to what we were first talking about with the Moon card. Now, granted, this could be talking about a completely different subject, but it is telling you that within the context, excuse me, of this week, maybe like by day 6 or 7 for most people, it's going to fluctuate, but you are going to have clarity in terms of mentally. You're also going to have clarity in terms of where it hurts. So for example, if you're struggling within your heart space, it is going to be cleared this week. I don't know if it'll be cleared entirely, because that depends on what you're struggling with. But a big part of it can be can be cleared this week. If you work with your guides and really surrender a lot of this energy, if you're doing prayer, if you're doing energy healing meditation, stuff like that, then this week is going to be a big advantage for you with that. So you're noticing how they're giving you opportunities. So you're co-creating this. If you just do your best and take some of these measures, you will have the success. Okay, so just keep it in mind, because if we often, you know, like if we kind of stay within a negative space, energy, or, you know, mindset in general, we're not going to be receiving much because we're kind of holding on to the negative. So that's just one bonus message there that Spirit has for you. So yes, this will be cleared. It's definitely a heavy energy. I keep feeling like a burdensome feeling. Any final message, please, for group number 1? What do they need to know this week? Yeah, that was pretty much it. Your reading was centering on, again, like these opportunities and also this suspense that you were in. They did tell you right away things are going to be okay. And the final card here is Page of Wands. So this card is almost like telling us to live your life, to get the most out of life this week, to you know, to either get outside, do something fun, creative, social, enjoyable, anything that can put you in these brighter spirits, in this brighter energy. And it will be actually, I think, the most helpful thing for you this week, especially if you're struggling with something mental. Or like if you're waiting on something that has to do with the future, what better way to heal than to be present in something that you enjoy? So I think that that's the final message. So I think that if I am consistent and I do this reading next week, then it should kind of tie into everything here, because this is extending into next week. Like this is, you're going through something that it's still going to continue. It's like an unfolding story. Okay, so group 1, that's what I have for you for today. I do hope it was helpful. It's a general reading, so if you want a personal one, info is always in the description. And I will see you in the next reading. Okay, thank you so much. Take care, and sending you blessings. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 2, which is the blue calcite. So let's get right into it. Spirit, this reading is for group 2 and the energies for them and what they need to know this week. Please provide us clear guided messages for group 2. Thank you. Spirit, for group number 2, please, can you tell us what is your first message for them and their highest good? What do they need to know this week? Blue calcite, group 2. What do they need to know this week, please? Ooh, that took a turn. Okay, I really like this. They said to us specifically, these are the first 2 cards that we started off with, the 5 of Cups and the 9 of Wands. They said by day 2, so I think that's day 2 of whenever you're watching this, or that's all they said. So by day 2, you're going to be seeing a complete turnaround in your energy. If you have been feeling really low and exhausted, I don't know what, I mean, there's a lot going on here, but whatever the case is, the 3rd card showed the turnaround. It's coming fast, okay? So the 3 of Wands is here. You're going to be rising above this energy in no time. That's wonderful. So this could have even been situational, okay? Obviously, you're going to know which one it is, but this is like a very, like, discouraging, heavy energy. It makes me like, bleh, you know? So don't worry, that's going to pass very soon. And then we also have here the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles. This, as I'm going to just kind of pause with these three cards, you actually have the Knight of Pentacles too, so I'm going to add that. These are really good work focus cards if that's relevant for you. Queen, Nine, and Knight. So this is stability. This is something having to do with any questions that you had for finances, or I think something this week, it's going to be either be leveled out, cleared up, or there's just going to be some comforting energy in regards to either your finances or your job. So it's a good message. I just don't know what it is. They're just saying that something positive is coming in with that area of your life. There is stability and there is safety. Okay, you also have the Page of Cups. Definitely something positive is coming through in general. This could be anything from a creative idea to maybe a friendly face, you know, like having some kind of a connection with somebody. There also could be a message for only some of you that has to do with children and like a positive, loving experience with some child energy this week. That's really nice. I think that's going to help to lift your spirits too. So that's kind of funny. They just showed it to me only after I read these three cards. The Page of Cups energy is partly going to be responsible for lifting you out of that heavy energy. So whether it's like an actual person or if it's just an energy, this is going to come through within again, like the second to third day, and it's going to make you feel a lot better. I think that with the Pentacles cards, I actually am seeing now that it's not necessarily a change in the external world. I think that because you're feeling better, you started to feel better about either your job, your finances, or something in that area. And that energy is actually working to your advantage. It's actually helping you. So either it's making things easier or it's just like, it's creating a positive path ahead because of the energy. So, Spirit, for group 2, blue calcite, what do they need to know this week moving forward? What do they need to know just for this week, please? We have, okay, so good. We have the Ace of Pentacles, yet another Pentacles card. So in addition to you feeling better about that area of your life, yes, you will be receiving some kind of blessing this week in this area. It could be something really small for some of you that you weren't really expecting anything. It could be like a positive email or phone call. It could be, for others of you, if you are working towards like a bigger change, for example, if you're trying to have a new job or, you know, whatever the case is, something new, it's definitely coming in this week. It could take a couple days. It could take a couple days, a little bit of time, maybe like on the 7th day or something like that. But yeah, there's either a new financial or career opportunity coming towards you this specific week that obviously is going to resonate if you've been trying to get that. If you haven't been trying to get that and things are kind of the same, this is still a positive healing or balancing event happening this week too. Okay, so obviously that's going to resonate very differently for you, for everybody. Yeah. Okay, so lots of work, career, or finances right there. So let's get other areas. Spirit, any other area they need to know about this week? Group 2, blue calcite. That's really refreshing though, because, you know, it's a lot of positivity. So many pentacles and like the positive cards. You have another one. So here we have the 8 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. So this is not work, that's true, but oh, I see, I get it. So we have the 2 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles down at the bottom of the deck. Okay, you're going to be moving away from something or someone that was not serving you this week. This could happen by maybe the 6th day-ish. like I'm kind of, on average, I'm using this. You're going to be walking away from this, and this especially could be something that was keeping you stuck and you just didn't know what to do for the longest time. Okay. Yes, it could be a person. It's really hard to tell what this is. It was anything that was realistically just making you feel quite stuck and indecisive or insecure in some way. Like I said, this energy is pretty telling. And for a while, you just didn't even really have an intuition about what to do about it either. But this, for some reason, this week, you're going to be walking away from this. Either it's because you feel it within your intuition, or it's because the actual situation presented the answer to you. It also could be the work of a spirit guide. Actually, I think that's probably what it is for a lot of you. I think that your spirit guides are going to be nudging you in a particular direction this week to say, it's time. It's time to move on, to release something, to get it done. Okay? Anything else that they need to know? Any final messages for group 2? What do they need to know this week? I am going to just use another deck just in case. I wanted to get more clarity. Okay. That's a little concerning. 7 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. I never like the 7 of Swords. It's not always a bad card, but I just don't like the 7 of Swords. So let's take a look, see what this could be. 3 of Cups as well. Spirit, what is going on here? 7 of Swords and 3 of Cups together. What is this? I'm not getting a good feeling about this card. I'm sorry. You have here the Emperor. Let me get this one right here. This could be a warning, sort of a message for some of you. But I am thinking that it's going to extend into a different week. I can kind of tell, but let's just make sure. Spirit, what is this? What is the either warning or message that they need from the 7 of Swords and the 3 of Cups? What is this talking about, please? There could be some kind of ending or rebirth, I should say, that you're going to be experiencing in the near future. Now, I will tell you, okay, we have it here, group 2. This is pretty obvious because they confirmed it. You got the Emperor twice, okay? So, this message, sorry, this is going to be, please do not take this message if it doesn't resonate at all. Please don't worry. This is only for some of you, right? I do think that this Emperor card is representing either a person or a situation for you. I do think that there is something that will be revealed soon. Probably before the end of the year, probably even within a few weeks. Now I'm going to try to figure out what that is that will be revealed to you. But it's involving a specific person in your life that with both of these cards, they're looking to the left. So what this tells me is that most likely it's a person, yes, but it could be a situation too. If it is a person, this person could be trying to deflect or avoid some kind of conversation or truth. That is what I am seeing. Okay, so again, if you don't think that resonates for you, please don't worry about it. But it is showing that someone is avoiding looking at you in the eye, kind of. That's literally what this is showing. Can you tell us more, please? What is this for group number 2? Oops. Spirit, for group number 2, what is this? What do they need to know? What can they know about this? I think that overall there is a hidden victory for you ultimately. So just please know that if you happen to encounter this in the near future where there's, for example, an ending of something, please remember that this was meant to happen as a way to get you to a greater victory down the line. I know that sucks to hear that anyway, but there is victory and success for you in the future, especially within the new year. Spirit, what else? Who or what is this situation that group 2 needs to know about? What is this talking about? You have the Hanged Man and the Three of Wands. So I mean, this may have to do with like seeing something in a different perspective in a sense. Spirit, what is the thing that might be shocking to them or something unexpected? What is the thing that they need to know? Please, can you just tell us, Spirit? What is this thing that they need to know? Can we just have a spoiler alert, please? And if for some of you, you don't want to know anything, and it's like, if this is making you uncomfortable, please click off, because, you know, like, if we're meant to know something, we will, but I'm just really trying to kind of help out here. Spirit, what do they need to know? What is it that this is hiding? Seven of Swords, Seven of Swords. We have the Six of Cups and the Star. One more, and if they don't give it to me, I'll stop pushing it. Spirit, Seven of Swords, what is this, what is the Seven of Swords secret, please? Seven of Swords, Seven of Swords. The reason why it's not really telling us is simply because there's way too many situations going on. We have the Wheel of Fortune, we have Temperance, and the Three of Wands. So the only thing that Spirit is really telling us in terms of the collective here, I do sense that there is some kind of a rebirth or ending coming to you in the near future. Some of you, you're going to have a beautiful wish come true for you, ultimately, is what I'm seeing. I am seeing you rise above in some way and healing and fulfilling another part of your mission. They are not going to tell us about the Seven of Swords, and I'm going to accept that, because again, like, there's a lot of things that we're not really meant to know. The good thing is I didn't see a tower, because that's just outrageous energy. So if my conclusion to you is that if you feel currently like someone might be withholding information from you, your intuition is probably correct, okay? Give it time. Be open to receiving any kind of answers at all. And just know that whatever happens next and whatever is the outcome, just know that you're going to come out on top for this. You're going to come out victorious for this. Any other advice with how to deal with this Emperor issue, whatever this is? Yeah, it's saying that it's not going to stop you. Even if something happens that you weren't expecting, you're going to keep moving forward towards your happiness. So I really wouldn't be too worried. I'm sorry if I scared you guys, because I was just like, I mean, you know, that energy is very, like, it's tricky is all I can say. Anything else? Any final messages for group number 2? What do they have to know? Emperor, maybe. I just really see someone or something is like it's an avoidant energy. Some of you, it might even be yourselves. Are you afraid to look at a side of yourself, for example? The final messages here were not too clear because I was just drawing way too many cards, but it's Page of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. So here again, it is a positive message. It is saying that there is definitely some kind of prosperity coming towards you, especially emotionally, spiritually, psychically, some of you creatively as well. And I do think that Divine is helping to balance out things for you. So your reading kind of took me off guard. It really did. And the only reason I was drawing so many cards was because I wanted to see if they would tell us what this would be. Maybe for next week, it might come through. But yes, this one, I just want to show you. Okay, you can see the eye contact is like facing this way. It just seems to me that someone is not looking at you. This week, if you happen to see that, someone in front of you, you were talking about something, and then all of a sudden they just looked away, and you kind of felt like weird about it, there's something to investigate there. So keep it in mind. Don't worry too much about it, but just keep it in mind. If that resonates with you, let me know in the comments, because I would like to know what's going on. I think we'll get one final message for you, because I want to leave it on a different note. Spirit, any final message, any advice for group 2 this week? Thank you, thank you. Whoop. Okay. So I think the final message is just saying that, yes, things are going to become very clear soon. There is a particular energy I'm seeing that is kind of still resting, so to speak. And maybe if we do the next week's reading, then you will have some kind of answer. I do think that there will be some kind of a clarity, okay? You do have the Tower, but I do think that this is a mental thing, like some kind of clarity will come through. Again, you have the Chariot to indicate that you're still moving forward in a way that is beneficial to you. So, wow, what a reading. Group 2, I'm going to leave it there because this was a lot. So I hope that some of it helped, because I know that there was a lot of messages here. I usually don't overdo it like that, but I was being called to at least investigate a little bit. Again, that word investigate comes through. So thank you guys so much. Remember, it's a general reading. Personal reading info is below. Thank you, and I will see you next time. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 3, which is Amethyst. Okay. Spirit, this reading is for group 3, please, and the energies for them, what they need to know this week. Please provide us clear guided messages for group number 3. Thank you. Spirit, for group 3, Amethyst, what do they need to know this week in their highest good? Thank you. Maybe I should do a reading on that, on highest good stuff. It's a little confusing for me. Like, how do we know what's in our highest good? I don't think we really know. I think only the other beings know that. Who knows, right? Group 3, what do they need to know just for this week, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Chariot, okay, and then the Ten of Cups. If this week there was some involvement that you had with traveling or something having to do with distance, like geographically, I think there's a very positive energy coming through in this week for that. Obviously, that's not going to resonate for every single person, but I think that it is still going to resonate with what's going on here. Like, for example, the Two of Wands, instead of travel, this could actually be talking about something for the future, like any kind of thing you were envisioning for the future. Something about like your path ahead, expanding yourself. It could even be about a choice that you were making. The bottom line is that there is a very beautiful outcome here, a positive energy outcome here for you. I think for everyone, not just some of you, for everyone, there is going to be some sort of a calming, healing, actually, a very healing energy this week. Again, especially if it has to do with envisioning the future or with your own kind of either self-love or with people surrounding you. There is a hidden, I mean, not hidden, but like there's an additional message here for family as well. Maybe give it a little bit of time, but this week, there should be some family harmony as well, if that's something that was concerning you. Spirit, what do they need to know this week? Our Amethyst group. Just for this week, please. Wow. Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. So this is really incredible energy, very positive, very abundant. And again, this could specifically have to do with either family, home, or, and or your job or something like that with like the finances. So it's really, really positive. I mean, you have both of these together, okay? The two positive tens are together here. Okay, so there's lots of plenty, lots of abundance and prosperity. Again, harmony and warmth. Lots of getting along here at the end. Even if for some of you it's not technically your home family, this even could be work family if, again, that's something that was concerning you. Okay, what else? What do they need to know? Excuse me. Group three. What do they need to know this week? Oh, that's nice. So coming out together, the 5 and the 8 of Cups. Oops. So 5 and 8 of Cups coming out together. It's funny because the 8 of Cups also could be something relating to travel, but it also could mean like moving on from something, which tells me with the 5 of Cups that it could be something like sadness or just any kind of disappointment. So yes, within the next couple of days, or if it's already moved on, then you can disregard this message. But yeah, like probably next couple of days, you'll be moving on from some kind of a sadness energy. You know, I actually think all of the groups so far got this. So I'm wondering if maybe this is some sort of energetic collective energy. And I don't like in the stars, I don't know, like in the astrology. But yeah, that is going to be healing, or releasing, I should say. And then you also have here the Page of Pentacles and the High Priestess. So your intuition is going to be, your intuition is going to be pointing you in a certain direction this week. It's going to know a positive answer for you. Wow, that's mysterious. Spirit, can you tell us in what area is this going to be in? The High Priestess and the Page of Pentacles. What is this? I mean, obviously, you always kind of want to follow your intuition, but I want to see if we can look out for something. Page of Pentacles, High Priestess, please. This could specifically have to do with an area that was previously unfair to you, okay? So, like, if, for example, something at work or home or wherever was imbalanced recently, your intuition this week is going to be able to tell you what to do or what to decide to how to fix this and how to improve this energy. We also have the 8. Well, I wasn't sure with these two cards because they kind of popped out, I think, like together in a way that I wasn't really feeling, but it's fine. Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles. Let's just draw a couple more to be sure. Spirit, what else do we need to know about this High Priestess? The Moon. Yeah, again, it's specifically talking about something that I do think it's a choice. I definitely think it's a choice with the Moon card, and over there we had the Scales. So I think I should phrase it in a different way, because here's how I see this happening. I think that this week your intuition is going to overpower your logic this week and kind of trump that, and it's going to lead you to make a decision that's going to benefit you and stabilize your energy or bring in something even more positive for you. So you don't even have to really think about this. In fact, you have to just really let this go and allow your gut level intuition to take the driver's seat. That's what they're telling you. Anything else that they need to know this week, please? Group 3. Yeah, see? 2 of Swords. The uncertainty is there. I think only when you start to overthink it, though. So let's say that you're struggling with a decision this week, even right now as you're watching this. You really don't have to worry, because the second that you relax, you're going to know exactly what to do this week, okay? Anything else? The 4 of Wands. Yeah, it's going to be a really positive outcome for you, whatever this thing is that your intuition leads you towards. If you do have trouble with your intuition, which I think is a pretty common problem, just know that intuition is normally blocked by something like fear or overthinking. So again, the kind of ironically, what you have to do is actually to either relax, be present, or do something that calms you. And this will bring about your intuition. It'll just naturally come through. What else? Any other final messages for group 3? Beyond this, what do they need to know this week? You have the Death card and the Magician. And what else? What do they need to know about this? Pretty powerful energy right there. Oh, 8 of Cups again. I'll show you in a second. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. And let's get one more. Okay, so, This is probably going to extend beyond this week, but I will still show you because it's relevant to the thought process. Okay, so Death, Magician, 8 of Cups. I think this is talking about you manifesting or putting your focus towards something of your future, specifically what you need to end, what you need to walk away from, and then what you need to build. Okay? And for some reason this week, it's important that you do this, like that you put something into practice or that you begin to form just the thoughts. You don't have to take action yet, but there's something here that has to do with putting in the intention. You have here the 3 of Pentacles as well. You have the 2 of Wands and Cups. So yes, I do see this as you making a decision for your future. They're being very mysterious about it though. So this is really, I think, unformed. I think that this is still going to be a little bit of a mystery. And then, you know what it could be is either next month or definitely, if not next month, January, this energy should be taking flight. So we're going to have to put a little bookmark on that because this is still developing. Spirit, is there any advice though that they need to do for this energy? This is big. This is going to be concerning your path and even like the rest of your life with your mission or your goals. That's why it's not almost ready to cook yet, you know, like it's not ripe yet. So I think the final advice here, group 3, is that your energy is still clearing. Cycles are still closing out. And from everything I've been reading into, like even just these regular readings, every cycle, well, many cycles this year are going to be closing out and then starting fresh, new, beautiful rebirth cycles in January. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I do see that that's what's happening for you. You have here the 9 of Wands, you have the 7 of Cups, Judgment, and then the 5 of Cups. So the reason why they're not telling us the full story, I think, is because there's a part of you that is still kind of holding on to something. So if you feel like you're still kind of struggling with letting go of something or someone, or it's just something within yourself, that's part of, just please know that that's part of this process. That's part of the death and rebirth process. And it is painful. It can be very painful. Once that's over with, once that's closed up, the next wave of things is going to be so healing and replenishing. So yes, I do think it'll be worth it. We have the Judgment card here, so it's kind of like that calling to rise into our higher selves. So this was a bit of a bonus message. They kind of do that a lot, where it's like beyond the week, but this may come through soon. So just be prepared that you may have to, you know, it may feel like a little bit of a back and forth. For some of you, it could be a struggle to think about some of the things that you may have to walk away from. Again, you don't have to do that necessarily right away, but what they are asking you to do is to think about your intentions And just know that your manifestation ability is very, very powerful, okay? Can we just have one final card for group 3 and what they need to know this week? Page of Swords, that's really nice. So this week I think is going to be kind of almost like easy breezy in a sense, where things are going to be clearing up. You're going to be moving forward. I do think it'll be a pretty positive week. We have the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom, okay? And we already saw like these positive signs up here. So yes, I think that the week's energy will be positive, and this does not mean that all of the other cards that I drew are negative. Again, they're not negative. They're actually necessary. So we'll deal with that next reading, and even next month. I will be doing a reading for 2023, so please be sure to check through. I'll probably do it actually at the end of December. Yeah, that's when I'll do it. Okay, so thank you guys so much. I'm going to leave it there. Remember, it's a general reading. If you'd like a personal one, info is always below in the description. Okay, sending you love, and I will see you next time. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 4, labradorite. So let's take a look here. Spirit, this reading is for group 4, please. And the energies for them and what they need to know this week. Please provide us clear guided messages for group 4. Thank you. Okay. Spirit. For group number 4, what do they need to know this week in their highest good, please? Labradorite group. Okay, that's a very interesting card to get as your first card. You got the 7 of Swords, group 4. I'm feeling called to tell you that for some of you, you may benefit from using a labradorite crystal this week. You can't really see it from the camera, but it has this cool, shiny, seashell looking effect to it. I don't know if that's relevant, but if you are called to this crystal, you can search it, or if you have one, use it this week. I forget what it's even for, but it might be a useful tool this week. Spirit, group 4, what do they need to know this week in their highest good? Thank you. Alrighty. We have also Temperance, the 5 of Swords, and the High Priestess. So this is actually, so this is actually kind of what I was suspecting once I saw the Temperance card, and now I'm kind of sure of it. So the 7 of Swords, even though that card really gets me confused sometimes, here I see this as purely something that's going to happen beneath your awareness this week. So I think actually similar to one of the other groups, there was something this week talking about dreams or some kind of subconscious or even astral type of communication or energy, okay? So this week, you're going to be experiencing a significant healing internally. It could be healing and for some of you, you might even experience some kind of communication this week. With who? I don't know. It could be like someone you're psychically connected to. It could be with one of your spirit guides, an angel. It could be with your higher self. That, you know, it could be pretty much anybody, but it's going to be happening on, in the 5D level, or when you're asleep, you know, like I'm sure there's a difference there, but yeah, something is going to be resolving, healing, coming into some sort of clarity, all in some, I guess you could say, non-conscious realm. Okay, we also have the Strength card. Let's see what we have here. I think this week you're going to be actually feeling stronger in all ways. For some of you, particularly mentally, but you also could be feeling physically stronger. Obviously, if you've been struggling with something physical in the recent, this could be improving this week. And then here with the Star card. Kind of felt some Aquarius energy. I don't usually do zodiacs with the major arcana, but I don't know if that's relevant. So, I mean, for some of you, that could have been relevant for the communication thing. Other than that, I do feel a little bit of a celestial energy coming through here. Can you tell us what the Star card is about? Group 4. There's definitely some kind of a message or some kind of a hidden, there's something hidden from you in a sense. You can't quite see it, or you have not been able to quite see it up until this point, but it is revealing itself slowly. And this week is going to show you some of the proof of that. It's going to, little by little, give you these pockets of knowledge, okay? Because here you can see that your hands are tied and you're blindfolded. So this is like a blind spot for you. If you would like this information to come through to you, just please be open and patient, and that's it. Others of you, if you feel like you're afraid of this for some reason, or if you feel kind of like blocked in any way at all, it could even be if there's something that you're just not ready to face, or the word stubborn does come to mind, but I don't know who that's coming from. If that's the case, you may not be ready to receive this, but just know that if you want to change that, you can receive communication or information this week that is going to be helpful for your spiritual growth, okay? That's really promising. So they're just telling you that it's here, like it's all beneath like the surface, basically. They're mentioning water, so with the Star card, and actually a whole bunch of these cards. Now that I'm seeing it, that kind of blew me away, because they showed me the Star, the 8 of Swords, the High Priestess in the back, the Temperance. These all have bodies of water, and the 5 of Swords. Okay, so there could be something really significant with. Honestly, I feel like this is representing the subconscious. So something with dreams this week is going to be really kind of like wild for you, like very intense for some of you. What do they need to know this week, please? Moving forward, what do they need to know? Group 4, labradorite. There's a lot of cards coming through at once. Okay, we have the 2 of Wands. This could be something that you're planning for. Let me see. We have the Hierophant, we have the 10 of Swords, and then we have the 7 of Cups. That didn't really tell me much. It just tells me that there could be this future that you're planning for this week. And over here, though, what they're actually saying is that this is divine intervention of some kind, I think. There's like divine guidance coming through here. Ultimately, there's going to be some kind of an opportunity for you here with the 7 of Cups, but there could be some swords in the way of you receiving some kind of an opportunity. Can you please give us more clarity on this message? Spirit, what do they need to know about this message? Thank you. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Hermit, and the Ten of Pentacles. I'm getting a feeling that a lot of you may be really logically focused on a material goal, or any kind of goal really, that you have deemed as successful. It is your version of success and maybe even happiness, right? But the message that Spirit is giving me is that you kind of have to let them help you. You may have to let Spirit show you a path. This is so okay. Yes, this is relevant to this week, but since this is an unfolding story, this is going to extend in the next couple weeks or even months. Over and over again, I think that you have a guide or an angel or someone that's trying to tell you something that's going to, honestly, it's going to change your life if this is your authentic path. I am seeing that Spirit is wanting to provide you with a specific opportunity that will end a lot of painful cycles for you. That's what they were talking about before. Now, again, if you are working on some kind of a goal that you wish to achieve, then that by all means, like continue to work towards that. But Spirit wants you to keep something in mind. If you feel like you're overly in the headspace, you're being very logical and practical, and you're kind of forgetting to use your intuition, and some of you may even be a little bit, I'm not going to say ignore, but like you might be missing some signs. You might be missing some spiritual nudges here. They want you to notice this, or how can you notice it if you don't notice it, right? They want you to be mindful of this and just kind of slow down for a second, be present, maybe let your guard down, try to meditate for a moment, maybe journal, write, do something where you can clear your head, and you're gonna be surprised at what comes through. I'm feeling walls up for you guys in group 4. And it may not be always a bad thing, but it's almost like a forceful energy. So again, see if you can just simply relax your mind, relax your energy, and be in a space where you can feel fluid and open and trusting just by yourself. Just relax by yourself, meditate by yourself. And I just think that if you do this, you're going to really be surprised at what messages come through for you. But I mean, there's only one way to find out. You have to do it. You have to go into this hermit mode where you're just taking some time, some introspective time. Some of you, I don't know, like it could be possible that some of you don't really want to hear what Spirit has to say in this regard, because you're really wanting the goal to come true. Obviously, who wouldn't want one of their goals to come true? But again, Spirit is saying that they're trying to give you some kind of an opportunity, so be careful. Be careful here. What else do they need to know, please? What is your advice for just this week, please, for group 4? What do they need to know in their highest good? Seven of Pentacles. What else? I feel that, again, this is a message that they often give me messages outside of 7 days. I do appreciate it, but some people might not want to hear something beyond the 7 days. But you have so 7 of Pentacles, then you have the Lovers, the Page of Pentacles, and the Sun. Clearly there's something really radiant and positive and loving coming to you. No, I don't think it's in 7 days, because they gave us this. So you can see here that some seeds are still growing, okay? The fruits are still ripening and stuff like that. So this is coming to you. I would probably guess that for a lot of you, it is going to happen before the end of the year or early next year. If you're wondering what it is, it's something, anything at all that you've been really, really wishing for. So yes, it could be something with the Pentacles aspect of life, whether it's finances or career. But I mean, look, there's 3 different categories here. Like if we're going to be literal, it's either love or friendship, it's something with finances or career, or it's something with happiness. But they gave you all 3, and that it can't get much more positive than that. I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. So they're just trying to tell you that this is coming to you. Now, I think, okay, I think that that's what they're getting at. Remember before I said to you that they're trying to give you an opportunity? Okay, so it's probably talking about this. So the last piece of advice is just to let your guard down for a moment, or several moments, you know, like as much as you can, reach your guides, your higher self, spirit, by doing some kind of meditation where you're really opening up your energy. And yes, they kind of want you to let the guard down and have that trust and vulnerability with them and with yourself, okay? And when that happens, you're going to be very surprised at this. It's honestly stunning. It's like, whew, it's bright light. You have the 2 suns here alone are just blindingly radiant. I don't know what this is for you specifically, but this is really wonderful energy. I really hope that this comes through for you in the future. Is there any final messages that group number 4 needs to hear for just the 7 days? Today's video was very much focused on more than just 7 days for everybody. I think it's because the ending of the cycles are coming through, and they just want us to be prepared and have as much information as possible. Okay, so for just this week, we have 3 of Cups, Ace of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and the Fool. Lots of new beginning energy here, lots of opportunity for either your friendships or maybe with coworkers or something with work. There's a lot of fresh opportunity to get along with others, to collaborate, to cooperate, maybe to take a chance or something like that. Some of you may need to step outside of your comfort zone, and you will this week, but again, pretty positive messages. Okay, anything final? Group 4, please. What do they need to hear? What do they need to know this week? Okay, so you got the Temperance card again. So I am, it is confirmed that you're going to have a lot of healing this week. And then you have the 2 of Pentacles. There will be healing, there will be balance. And for some of you, like fewer of you, you will have the stability internally to be able to make some kind of important decision. That, I think, is something I saw in all of the groups, which was cool. So definitely we're kind of being tested in the recent to make difficult decisions that ultimately will allow us to rise higher. Okay, so group 4, I think that I'm going to leave it there. Very mysterious reading. So if you want to let me know in the comments what's going on, please do. All right. Thank you so much. Remember, it's general. Personal reading info is always below. Thank you guys, and I will see you next time. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.